Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Absolutely. Always ready to get into the weeds.
Well, today we're going to explore something pretty fascinating, the world of fabless companies.
Fabulous.
Yeah, and just to be clear, I'm talking about the companies that design the chips, the brains of our devices, but they don't actually manufacture them.
Right. Think Apple, Qualcomm, Nvidia.
Exactly. They come up with the brilliant designs, but they rely on these specialized factories called foundries to actually make the chips.
And that reliance, that right there, that creates a really interesting power dynamic, a bit of a tug of war.
A tug of war, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Because who has the upper hand?
Hmm.
You know, what gives these fabulous companies leverage when they're negotiating with the foundries? What are their vulnerabilities?
Well, that's what we're here to uncover today. We're going to break down these power dynamics and see how they play out in the real world.
Awesome. And just so everyone knows, we're basing this deep dive on some incredible research from Silicon Analyst.
Yeah, they've really done a deep dive, and we're going to share those insights with you.
So if you're involved in the semiconductor industry in any way, this one's for you.
Buckle up.
Okay, so let's imagine you're a fabless company and you're sitting down at the negotiating table with a foundry.
High stakes. Right.
Super high stakes.
Yeah.
Now, Silicon Analyst, they came up with this cool concept called the Fabless Power Position Matrix, which I love because it really simplifies things.
Yeah, it's like a chessboard, right?
Right.
Different positions give you different advantages and disadvantages.
Exactly. So on this matrix, you've got three basic positions: strong, neutral, and weak.
Right.
And where you fall on that matrix, it really determines how much leverage you have, how much power you wield.
Absolutely. So let's start with the strong position. Imagine you're Apple, contributing about 25% of TSMC's revenue in 2023.
Wow, 25%, that's huge.
Huge. That kind of strategic value gives Apple immense power. They get priority access to the most advanced manufacturing processes, even customized solutions tailored to their specific needs.
Like they could basically dictate terms.
Pretty much, they're the VIPs of the foundry world.
Okay, but let's be real. Not every company is Apple. What about the companies that aren't bringing in that kind of revenue?
Right. Most companies fall somewhere in the middle. We call that the neutral position.
The neutral zone.
Yeah, exactly. So these companies have a decent revenue contribution. They're working with standard agreements. They have access to established technology. They can still get some customization, but they're not calling all the shots like Apple.
Got it. So you're not the VIT, but you're not totally powerless either.
Precisely.
And then there's the weak position.
Right. And this is where things can get tricky. Companies in this position often struggle to get what they need. Their revenue contribution is minimal, their relationship with the foundries might be inconsistent, and often they're stuck with limited access to the latest and greatest tech.
It sounds like an uphill battle.
It can be. They're often at the mercy of the foundries.
Okay, so it seems like revenue, it really is the driving force here, right? The more money you bring in, the more power you have.
Revenue is a huge part of it, for sure. But there's more to the story.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
The power dynamic between a fabless company and a foundry is also shaped by two other critical factors:
Yeah.
demand characteristics and product position.
So it's not just about how much money you have, but also how you spend it and what you're selling.
Exactly. It's like a three-legged stool.
Mhm.
Take demand characteristics. Let's say you're Nvidia, right, pumping out those GPUs for gamers and AI. Their demand is through the roof.
Oh yeah, everyone wants a piece of that AI action.
Right, so their orders are massive and super consistent. Foundries love that predictable high-volume demand.
It's a guaranteed win for the foundry.
Exactly, which gives Nvidia a lot of leverage. Now contrast that with a company whose orders are small and all over the place.
Oh, predictable.
Exactly. That makes it harder for the foundry to plan, which weakens the company's negotiating position. So consistency and volume are key.
Makes sense. So it's not just about how much you buy, but also how you buy it.
Right.
Okay, and then there's product position. How does what you're selling factor into this power dynamic?
So product position is all about market leadership and how unique your product is. Take Qualcomm. They dominate the mobile chip market.
Yeah, they're like the kings of mobile chips.
Exactly. Their products are cutting edge, they command high prices, and they have a huge market share.
That's got to give them some serious clout.
It does. They have a lot of leverage in negotiations because foundries know Qualcomm's chips are in high demand and they can't easily be replaced.
Okay, so we've got strategic value, which is all about the revenue you bring in. Then we have demand characteristics, which is about the predictability and volume of your orders.
Right?
And then we have product position, which is about the strength and uniqueness of your product in the market.
You got it. These three factors all work together to determine your overall power position. It's a delicate balance.
A company might have amazing technology, but if their orders are unpredictable, that weakens their position.
Exactly. And conversely, they might have steady demand, but if their product is generic and easily replaceable, they don't have much leverage.
So understanding where you stand on all three of those factors is crucial.
Crucial.
Okay, so now let's say a company has done their homework. They understand their position. They know their strengths and weaknesses. How do they actually use that knowledge in negotiations?
Well, that's where the negotiation strategy matrix comes into play.
I was hoping you'd say that.
It's like a playbook, right? It outlines different negotiation tactics depending on your power score, whether you're strong, neutral, or weak.
So let's say you're a strong company, like our friend Apple. What kind of strategies might they employ?
A strong company might push for exclusive access to a specific technology node, essentially blocking out their competitors.
Wow, like locking down the best tech for themselves.
Exactly. They might also push for co-development partnerships, working hand in hand with the foundry to create completely custom solutions.
So they're leveraging their power to get the most cutting-edge solutions.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's fascinating. And what about companies in a weaker position? What are their best strategies?
If you're in a weaker position, your focus might shift to securing a stable supply, even if it means accepting less favorable terms.
So playing it safe and ensuring they can actually get the chips they need.
Exactly. Building strong relationships, proving your reliability as a partner, that becomes crucial.
So it's more about building trust and showing the foundry you're a good long-term bet.
Right. It's about playing the long game.
Wow. So understanding these power dynamics, it's like having a secret weapon when you're navigating the world of semiconductors.
Absolutely. It gives you a huge advantage at the negotiating table.
It makes you wonder how all of this will evolve in the future.
Absolutely. Because the demand for chips is only going up. New players will emerge, the geopolitical landscape could change, and all these factors will continue to shift the balance of power.
It's a dynamic landscape, that's for sure.
And it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. Well, this has been incredibly insightful. Thank you so much for breaking all of this down for us.
My pleasure.
And for everyone listening, I hope this deep dive has given you a new perspective on the fascinating world of fabless companies and their complex relationship with foundries.
For sure.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.